Starting summer break is really a mixed bag of emotions because you're excited that the schoolwork is finally done. You finished the year, good or bad, it is done. It is one for the books. But it's like trepidation also because it's like, what am I going to do with the kids all summer long, especially while I'm still working? And then you have relief again because you don't have to grade anymore. You don't have to worry about keeping on top of them to make sure they're doing their schoolwork. And then dread because it's like they're going to be driving me nuts all summer because they're going to have nothing to do and you're going to be constantly hearing I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored, right? Anyone else? All right, so in this coffee chat, we're going to talk about balancing summer break and work from home. Hey, Mom. So, welcome to the Momtrepreneur Life Coffee Chat with Life Unboxed. So, I am Jody the mom. I am the rebel mom behind this podcast. And this is a place where we talk about all things momtrepreneur, from raising your kids to running a business, and the most important one, keeping your sanity. And this show is definitely going to be focused more on the keeping your sanity part. Um, so I have been a homeschool mom and work from home mom for almost 10 years. So before it was cool, I was already doing it. Um, so I just want to empower other moms to homeschool and work from home confidently. And so the coffee chat is unscripted. I have a couple of notes here, just some thoughts I've been thinking about, but it's unscripted because I really want to give you more of a behind the scenes look at what it's like to be a work from home and homeschool mom, because I know we can paint like pretty pictures and make everything seem like rainbows and skittles and our kids are amazing and so unique, and of course they are, but we tend to avoid some of those difficult parts or hard parts or those parts that we don't want to talk about. So we're going to talk about them here because why not? Um, anyway, so before we get into that, I wanted to give a personal update, and it has been mad busy. So I have been working on a marketing proposal. I would say it's definitely been since before January. And this is like one of those big projects. Like, if I land this, this is going to be like incredible. So it just came through. So I landed it and I'm working feverishly on that because, you have, when you're in the proposal phase, you have a lot of ideas, but you don't want to necessarily put any time into them just yet. On the actual execution of them, because you're not getting paid for it. So that is an important part of being a momtrepreneur, is that you get paid for what you're doing. And so now it's just like the whole ramping up and everything. So that's exciting. And then another part is I have been working very hard on my KDP side of things because I really like doing that. So I've created more homeschool resources. I've created more notebooks specific, such as these are some of the newest ones, email marketing. Imagine that, because I needed something specific. So I made it for myself. And so both of these are email. I really like my little gnome man. So this is like track your emails. And this is the email marketing planner. They're very similar, except one has dot grid and the other has lined pages, but I have a calendar in here so you can plan all that good stuff. And I've already started using it, and I would highly recommend, if you're doing this for your blog or business, like, I would highly recommend these. So I am going to leave a link to my author page, and I would love it if you could just pop on over and follow. Following costs nothing, and you don't even get tons of spam from Amazon. And then check out some of the journals. Like, I really have a lot of different like city themes going on, or cultural themes, because I love geography, and So I have a lot of stuff like that going on. And then I also am working on a bunch of geography books, which I'm really excited about. So, but those take longer to come up with. So they'll be a little slower in the process. And then I've almost finished my course. Now I've been working, I feel like I've been working on this course for a really long time now. And but I'm finally getting to the point where it's like I'm almost done. I'm almost done and it's going to launch and it'll be in my store. So you have so many things that are coming up and it's like blowing my mind about how much is what's everything that's happening. And then of course, if you haven't got your tickets for the Educate and Rejuvenate Summit, this is for teachers and homeschool parents. So there's going to be a parent track, there's going to be a teacher track. Then I will leave the link below and definitely grab your tickets because I will be one of the speakers there. And I think there's like 70 speakers total or something like that. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot for you to kind of a lot of opportunity for you to just like suck the life out of things and to get everything you can out of all of this stuff. So don't let these opportunities pass you by. Okay, so let's get into our mixed emotions about summer break. So it's not like in public school where parents dread summer break because, the kids are gone for 7 hours during the day and they have all the time for themselves. We're with our kids all the time anyway. So it's not like a huge change for everyone. But it does come with, like, how am I going to keep these kids occupied? Because at least school, when they have schoolwork, it adds structure to your day. There is a specific school, at least for us, we do a routine. And everybody knows what the routine is. So now that you hit summer, the routine gets tweaked quite a bit sometimes. So what I do is the kids will sleep in a little bit later. Normally during the year, they will get up at 8. They usually don't get up till 9 unless the older 3, because they're teenagers, they just kind of have other stuff going on. So they might be the they are the exception to that rule. But the little ones, they sleep in and they're very happy to sleep in. I will say that. So as you enter this wonderful time of summer break, decide what's important to you. So you still need to create a routine because you don't want the kids playing video games all day. Now, if you want to I give my kids a specific time. I give them a specific time frame that they can do electronics, and it always happens after lunch. So not before lunch. They've been told that they need to do, especially with the younger kids, because the younger kids, I'm still having them do the phonics program, still having them do math, different things like that. So those have to be done before they get any of their electronic time. But we do not do a full-on curriculum. We do a very much pared down. You need to occupy your time and your brain, and this is what we're doing. So decide those things that are important to you. Is reading important? Is playing outside important? Is playing board games or games like that, different things like that, is that important to you? Then if it is, start building your day around these things that are important to you. Because even though you aren't in the structure of curriculum, you still need to create a routine for the summer because you're still working. And last year I did something crazy and I'm never going to do it again, but I set up a whole bunch of interviews, like podcast interviews during the summer. And I ended up doing like 12 interviews actually it might have been more than 12 in like 3 weeks. It was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous, the amount of interviews I did. But my kids were upset with me because my Fridays, because I usually don't work on Fridays, was full with interviews. So we couldn't do anything. And they're like, please don't do that again to us. And so this year we are not doing interviews during the summertime. And so that we have the flexibility to actually do things together. So what is your summer routine going to be? Start with what's important. Do you want your kids reading? Do you want them doing math? Do you want them doing phonics? Do you want them playing games? Do you want them playing outside? And you may have thought of something else that I didn't list. Decide what's important and then structure your routine around that. Make sure you have time in the afternoon that's quiet time, and that could be when the kids get to play their electronics. It's amazing how quiet my kids are when they're playing or doing some kind of electronics. Just saying. I know. I'm losing my homeschool mom card over it, but it's the truth. So, what tools can you utilize to create that summer routine so that your kids know what to do, but they don't necessarily need to do schoolwork, and you're still able to continue with your client and whatever work it is you're doing. So if you have more ideas to add to that list I just gave you, be sure to leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. I am here to help and to answer your questions, but if you don't ask, I can't answer them. So be sure to ask me any question and I will answer it. And then I will go follow me on Amazon. Follow my author page. That would be fantastic. And I will see you in the next show.